Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need. What you need. We're broken, it's tragic. We're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic. Believe you could have it. And I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all that is blackness.
Hey guys, how you going? Hey, out to lunch, how you going? Out to lunch, said I keep on asking people if they want to see my circumcision stitches. They keep saying no. Why? There is 4 of them. Robot did the surgery. I don't need to confuse incision with circumcision, right? Well, I know a girl who actually confused an autopsy with a biopsy and said she had an autopsy done. So there you go. Shannon, g'day from the Riverland, South Australia. And out to lunch is asking if I have a Truth Social account, which I do, and it took me a little bit to get in there from my computer screen, but I have included the link and it's in the description as well for anyone who needs it. And out to lunch said, Shannon, hi there, all good in your neighbourhood? And then Shannon said, what did he say? Oh, sorry, David. How you going, David? Howdy, folks. Nice, cool start to the day in Western Australia. Are you ready to rock and roll? Shannon said, didn't notice any green sky last night. Neither did I. It's raining, cloudy here. So there you go. Alex, how you going? Who else have we got in here? Now, David didn't see a green sky either. No. Out to lunch said, all good. My angel is here. The best nurse I had. And Alex said, I didn't see it either. I'm glad Donna's looking after you. Fred loves Donna and Donna loves Fred. David said, just more green propaganda then? Who else have we got in here? Hang on. Selena, how you going? Stuart, how you going? Who else have we got? Is that it? Carl, how you going? Okay. Well, let's get into, there is some news. Not a whole lot, but I've got to finish up in an hour. Because I've got to leave here earlier than I thought. So let's go back to my bookmarks over here somewhere. And we'll start from here. Anne Vandersteel said, what the hell is wrong with American Airlines? As a loyal platinum flying member, each week when I board a plane, I'm putting my trust into the hands of their employees. Nothing says I'm not safe more than a DEI policy and a COVID shot mandates resulting in these 2 photos. First of all, American Air needs to apologise and pay reparations to all of their employees who were injured or killed by the forced jabby with an experimental gene therapy. Second of all, letting men wear dangerous heels like this in the photo and assuming the flying public is safe with someone who clearly has mental illness is not conveying a sense of security. Why American Airlines would allow their paying customer to be in the hands of an unstable and confused man Once again, big corporations put feelings over safety. Are you ready for it? What? Yeah, if I were her, I'd be looking at him like that too. He's got high heels on, man. And a skirt. Dude's a man. Right? Dude is a man. Why am I thinking the high heels Stuart might be serving Bud Light? Anywho. Wyatt said, the people that control the world hate you. That is why their agenda is so anti-human. The people in charge think there are too many people on the planet and they don't hide this. Nor do they hide the fact that they believe the population should be actively reduced through jabs and manufactured disasters. But the masses are so brainwashed that they believe this is all just a conspiracy theory. Most cannot process it. The programming runs deep. And it does. Most people don't get it. I mean, Bill Gates, said the world's overpopulated and with the help of vaccines we can minimise that. Tessie G said identity of a senior police officer accused of drunkenly crashing and abandoning his work car will be kept secret for 40 years. Why? Why is that to be kept secret for 40 years? My goodness. No, weed them all out. Look, let's go through the weeds and get them out, really. Now, this is a parody account of the Australian Greens, right? Because if I was going to share the Australian Greens, yeah, I don't know. I'd want to rethink my mental health there. Happy Friday and happy countdown to the December 25th holiday, people of all gender identities. At least it would have been were it not for the traumatic morning Marine Faruqi experienced. Faruqi. It's all started around 9 a.m. when Marine Faruqi stepped out of one of her houses to retrieve some Palestine flags that were mistakenly delivered to her office in Parliament. As she stepped onto the marble hall expecting to see a typical colonialist foyer built for white supremacists to rule over brown countries, her eyes widened in terror. Halting abruptly at the unnerving sight that befell her, there was a Christmas tree in the room. A flood of past traumas rushed her mind, seizing her body and leaving her momentarily immobilised. The extent to which she was offended was almost overwhelming. She struggled to comprehend just how disgusted she felt. Her heart raced faster than the speed of Pfizer developing a new vaccine, and her mouth opened wider than the entrance to Osama bin Laden's cave. She couldn't believe white supremacists had so much control over Parliament. But after some therapy, she's decided to lead the fight against Christmas. And as more and more Muslims inevitably end up in our Parliament over time, in order to prevent them from being abused by radical Christians and becoming victims like Marine, we want to erase all non-Islamic symbols from Parliament, and we'd like to burn the Christmas tree so it can't trigger anyone else. She deserves a pay rise too. Yeah, Christmas trees offender. Look, if you're offended, just stop going out. Don't go out. Don't turn on TV and hide in your home, okay? It's easy. Easy way not to be offended. Hide. Oh, shit. Professor Rogers speaks for the hard worker. I don't know. Anyway, the night that Brittany Higgins, our Kavanaugh accuser one, right, met Bruce Lerman for drinks was also the night she met up with a new Tinder date. Tinder is a hookup. Have a dating app, right? One night stands all over the place. You don't want to go on any of these. This Tinder date was amongst the group drinking with Brittany. He soon bailed and deserted Brittany that night for some unknown reason. Possibly that she was Nicholas. Anyway, the rest is fake rape allegation history. Albanese lied Airbus elbow. There's more coming out about this chick. Bro said, people having a go at me for subscribing to Premium X, saying I'm supporting a billionaire. You dumb MFers are using smartphones made by billionaires. So technically, we're all supporting billionaires. Effing douchebag cock-a-doodle-doo suckers. I don't know what I can say on here and what I can't. Machiavelli said, follow me down this rabbit hole. Ooh, okay, let's go. Let's go down a rabbit hole, shall we? Ghislaine Maxwell's father, Robert Maxwell, was a Mossad spy. Ghislaine Maxwell's father was a Mossad spy who named his empire Pergamon Press. Anything to do with purgatory? The altar of Pergamon is where human sacrifices would take place for many gods, including Zeus and Baal. Pergamon Press printed scientific books and medical journals. Pergamon is named in the Book of Revelation as Satan's throne. Robert Maxwell also purchased the McGraw-Hill textbooks in 1989, which are the same books we learned from in school. Why was Robert Maxwell, a Mossad agent controlling America's largest scholastic textbook company, scientific books and medical journals through a press company named Pergamon after Satan's throne? And TV here said again, like George Carlin said, it's a big club and we ain't in it. We aren't. So there you go, just a quick one. Melinda Richards said, I will never take the current Prime Minister of Australia seriously. It looks like a kindergarten. It looks like preschool. What the hell is this? I don't know. And all these bloody flags. What are all these? There should only be one flag, this flag, right? He's got a GQ thing here. Oh, hey, look, his planes. He's got planes all. He loves flying. Airbus elbow. Liz Krogan said after Tom Hanks got COVID, allegedly. Remember this? David Spade said it all rides on Tom Hanks. Why would he say this? There were a ton of celebrities, Ellen DeGeneres, Madonna, and many more, who posted cryptic messages and spoke in code during the lockdown back in 2020. What was really going on with them? Dr. Keck said, what's up with Hanks? Why doesn't he ever speak about the allegations? Now let's listen to David Spade talk about Hanks and see if you can figure out what he's trying to say.
This all rides on Tom Hanks. Let's be honest. Tom Hanks, national treasure. I love him. We did SNL together. He's a fucking stud. But he's down in Australia like Quentin Quarantino, and I don't like the fact that he's not in the box. Forget Willow Smith. Let's get Tom Hanks in a clear box and watch him. Because if Tom Hanks pulls through, we are going to be so stoked. It's all riding on Tom Hanks, you guys. If anything happens to Tom Hanks, fuck, that shit's over, dude. I'm just going to be like, shh, shh, on my roof. Bye.
Anyone work out what he was trying to say? He loves Hanky. Yeah, Hanks with toddlers and tiaras. Is it toddlers and tiaras? Yeah, it was weird. There was heaps of them, actually. Tom Hanks at home monologue, where he spoke from home on Saturday Night Live special. This was right at the beginning of the Corona site. Perhaps he's discussing how they're all going to suffer horrifically without dechrome, if you know what I mean. Spade figures Hanks is at the top of the food chain when it comes to getting it. He wants everyone to see Hanks pull through without it, but that's impossible. The Dreno changes you on multiple levels. It's a powerful hormonal precursor for adrenaline secreted in the body in large amounts in moments of intense fear, anger, or perceived life-threatening danger. Its purpose, as determined by scientists, is to both optimize the adrenal response of muscles and nerves of the body while also protecting bodily tissues and organs from the rigors of adrenaline rush. This is not a natural part of the human brain. This is a very sophisticated bioorganism parasite that governs our waking moments. Where did it come from? Who put it there? Is this more diabolical ET experiments gone mad or just business as usual? So anyone who says the reptilian brain, I don't know, like, where did the reptilian brain, I hear a lot of people say it now, where did this reptilian brain shit come from? I'd like to know. But anyway, if you can tell me what's going on there, please do. Oh my goodness, how many goes back do I have to go? Heavy snowball choo-choo, said King's Cross. That's our red light district, okay, in Sydney. King's Cross Katie's digital ID bill looks like it's toast. She has stopped Australians commenting on her bill. No doubt it's not popular. Even worse, she has a miserable 89 likes. Assuming these are staffers and ALP communists, and on any ALP post, you're going to see a lot of ALP people in. Like you won't be able to tell they are staffers but a lot of them are. This technology will be in the graveyard of failed government intervention a la the Australian card. She's saying digital ID is not compulsory, but it will be. It's a voluntary, secure and convenient way for you to access online services safely without having your personal documents stored by third parties. I'm proud to have introduced our digital ID bill this week. This technology will transform our economy. It certainly will, especially when the electricity goes out. Hang on. I did like the right one there. Okay. I'm worried about liking the wrong post if it comes from any of these idiots. Victor Scott said, notice that many members of the royal family, Rothschilds, Kissinger and so on, live into their 90s and you never hear of them getting chemo. They seem to die of old age or when their heart simply gives out. Not cancer, just my thoughts. Because they have the cure, that's why. They know. Yeah, that's why they live to 100. And also, you know, with Prince Charles's fingers, well, that's not shortness of adreno, is it? That he's starting to swell up? I don't know. Ree said Albanese taking holidays till February while people are losing their homes and can't feed their children. What? Yeah, apparently Airbus elbows off again. Up and away with TAA. That used to be an airline in Australia, TAA. I don't know if you remember that, guys. Australians from a long time ago. Malcolm Roberts said Australian banks have signed up to the digital agenda that promotes cash-free society, which means no bank branches and no cash. This will help banks make super profits while hollowing out the bush and reducing service accessibility for the elderly and disabled, people in areas of poor interest and anyone who cannot access the internet or use keyboard. The access data shows 28% of Australians are unable to use digital banking for these reasons. The government's digital ID group of bills will facilitate your identity being verified every time you access your phone, internet, banking, travel, banking twice for some reason, public spaces or drive your car. All of this is leading to a society where every person is monitored and controlled. Businesses is concentrated in city and surrounds and controlled by a small number of major corporations and investment funds. I hope this inquiry leads to more people waking up. No more money boxes, no more garage sales, no more boot sales, no more markets. There you go. I don't think it's going to work. I really don't. And by the way, somebody has said, please leave your phone at home and just say I don't have one. Everywhere you go. Colin Harding said, can we go back? It's kind of sad to see, but maybe it'll spark a fond memory for some. Does anyone remember the drive-ins? I think we've still got one in Blacktown here in Sydney. Not 100% sure. May have closed down by now. But there you go. Wouldn't that have been safe during COVID to go to the drive-in theatre? Because you're sitting in your own car? With your family or whoever? Respect Australian national, mate. Has London fallen or is it falling? Because London seems to have lost its identity. Listen to this. Holy shit, London. Yeah, looks like some suburbs in Australia. Tim Poole said, haha, okay, 10 out of 10. DeSantis holds up a map of human feces in San Francisco. Human feces is now a fact of life, except when a communist dictator comes to town, they clean up the streets. Oh, thank you, Timmy. Hello, Hev. The basal ganglia are called the reptilian or primal brain. This structure controls our innate and automatic self-preserving behaviour patterns, ensuring our survival and that of our species. Thank you. Thank you for explaining that, because I just thought that was like, you know, your own, what do you call it? Survival instinct. But yeah, if that's what it is, it's the basal ganglia. They're called the reptilian or primal brain. I'd prefer to call it primal. Can we do that instead of reptilian? Reptilian doesn't sound good to me. Oh dear, it's up to you guys. Like seriously, I just found it weird that all of a sudden all these people are saying reptilian brain, and I'm like, are you a reptile? Okay. Anyway, Ron DeSantis did call Gavin Newsom out. If you want to, do you want to hear it? Let's hear it.
You're, well, I'm looking at total time. Governor DeSantis,
look,
about 2 minutes.
This is a map of San Francisco. There's a lot of plots on that. You may be asking, what is that plotting? Well, this is an app where they plot the human feces that are found on the streets of San Francisco. And you see how almost the whole thing is covered, because that is what has happened in one of the previous greatest cities this country's ever had. Human feces is now a fact of life, except when a communist dictator comes to town. Then they cleaned up the streets. They lined the streets with Chinese flags. They didn't put American flags there. They cleaned everything up. So they're willing to do it for a communist dictator, but they're not willing to do it for their own people.
I want to get in. You're, well, I'm looking at total time.
True. He's right in that way. He's still not going to get anywhere, but I mean, he's right in that way. Kate said, make it stop. Entertainment said, blow-drying hair might have caused Malaysian actress Queensy Cheng's sudden death, doctor says. Geez, they've come up with a lot of things that might kill you after COVID and these things. Some really weird blow-drying your hair. Like having a shower might kill you. Liz Crokin says Meta goes into damage control mode as more reports emerge exposing how they enabled child exploitation. Meta announced today it's stepping up its fight against online predators that use Facebook and Instagram to exploit children, amid reports exposing the platform has enabled pedo accounts and pushed inappropriate content sexualizing children. Make no mistake, this is nothing more than a PR stunt to do damage control. Meta has a long history of protecting and enabling child predators. Earlier this year, the Wall Street Journal reported that researchers found that Instagram enabled people to connect them to accounts that use terms to advertise child material for sale, and that pedo accounts use the cheese pizza emoji as pedo code, and some of those accounts bore the indications of trafficking. This week, the WSJ did a follow-up investigation that shows how the problem extends to Facebook groups, where there is an ecosystem of pedo accounts and groups, some with as many as 800,000 members. In 2022, authorities busted a Meta executive for sexually grooming a 13-year-old boy and trying to arrange a meeting with him in a hotel. Jaron Miles, then 35-year-old development manager at Meta, tried to lure the 13-year-old into a Columbus, Ohio hotel room after sending him messages claiming he wants to engage in naked cuddles. Suck him and announce he'd have no restraint around him if he's horny, according to the Daily Mail. Vigilante group Predator Catchers Indianapolis, tasked at hunting pedos, set Miles up. In addition to censoring content that exposes pedos and trafficking, Facebook has also reportedly refused to take down inappropriate images of children posted by pro-pedo groups. In 2017, the New York Post reported a complaint from a reader that Facebook refused to take down partially naked photos of kids in a boy lovers group. The reader also wrote about a photo of a little girl with her arms and mouth duct tape posted on the platform. As if these incidents aren't bad enough, in 2017 a BBC reporter discovered images of CP on the social media network. The journalist sent those images to Facebook. In an astonishing apparent attempt to punish and gaslight this journalist, Facebook responded by reporting the journalist to the police for the distribution of illegal images, according to Gizmodo. Overall, the BBC discovered that 100 images violated Facebook's terms of service for sexualised photos of children. The BBC report concluded that only 18 of those 100 photos were removed. In addition, the BBC identified 5 convicted pedos on their site. Despite Facebook's policy claiming to forbid pedos in the UK from joining the site, Facebook reportedly took no action to remove these predators. In 2020, Facebook and Instagram banned the Save the Children, Pizzagate and Out of the Shadows hashtags. Over the course of the next few months in 2020, Facebook and Instagram permanently banned an astronomical number of accounts, many that were exposing child trafficking and elite pedo rings. Meta is Pizzagate. What do you think? Interesting? I know they do that. They allow it. Gift of the gab. Set Epstein client list, Elon Musk, Jerusalem, Blinken. Rhinos will be just as predominant on the Epstein client list as Democrats, and they will. John Rich said it's not just Dems on Epstein client list. You can bet your ass on that. No, there will be. A lot of the rhinos will be on that list. Kid Cowboy said this little imp only holds 10% of the votes, and yet he has more power than both major parties. Now let that sink in. Our political system is a total mess. For fuck's sake. This is the leader of the Greens. I believe it's Adam Bant. Is that who it is? Can almost feel the soy dripping out of the photo. Yep, 90% did not vote Greens last election. Who is he? Adam Bant, leader of the Greens party. And yet he has more power over Australia than anyone else does. Raw's alert said breaking Israel-Hamas ceasefire has expired immediately following rocket launches from Gaza. The war has restarted. So they say. No, it probably actually is a war, I believe, going on. People trying to get rid of each other. But anyway, Matt Wallace said farmers in France have started dumping tons of waste in front of government buildings to protest mass illegal immigration. Good on them. Yep, just dump it with shit. Okay, Liz Crokin said Justice Smollett heads back to jail. How he may be tied to Pizzagate. What? An appeals court on Friday upheld the disorderly conduct convictions of actor Justice Smollett, who was accused of staging a racist, homophobic attack against himself in 2019, then lied to Chicago police about it. Smollett now will have to finish a 150-day stint in jail that was part of his sentence. Smollett spent just 6 days in jail while his appeal was pending. Is that all he gets? True Pundit reported in 2019 and during early stages of the investigation, records show Chicago police shared intel with the FBI, and FBI Special Agent Gregory Wing was working the investigation daily alongside city detectives. Wing supervised the Child Crimes and Violent Crimes Against Children Squad in the FBI's Chicago field office, and has been considered one of the top agents investigating child trafficking in the country, according to the FBI. Yeah, I don't know if I trust them. I know there's good people in the FBI, but just, I don't know. What was one of the FBI's premier child sex crimes and trafficking investigators doing working an alleged assault case? Well, that's interesting, I've got to say. Wing and his FBI task force tracked down high-profile pedos and pimps. Jussie, what's going on? One internal Chicago PD document from the Smollett case states, per request of the FBI Special Agent Greg Wing, the detective forwarded a copy of the search warrant number 19SW5223, which was issued pertaining to the Apple Incorporated held iCloud account controlled by Justice Smollett, to FBI analyst Mariela Lopez via email. The detective received an email reply indicating the receipt of this document. Also in 2019, charges against Smollett were initially dropped, and critics questioned whether the Empire actors' high-powered connections were involved, as police called for a probe into Barack Obama's links to the case. There were messages exchanged between Cook County State's Attorney Kim Foxx and ex-Michelle Obama aide Tina Chen. The Chicago Police Union slammed Foxx's conduct in the case as highly suspicious, following her decision to recuse herself in the days before Smollett's arrest, after intervening in the investigation at the request of Chen. Furthermore, it should be noted that $65,000 worth of pizza and hot dogs that were flown in for Obama White House party via clandestine channels were from Chicago. Yep, from Chicago for a private party at the White House. Not long ago, we assumed we were using the same channels. It's going to blow up shortly. Robert McKnight said anyone who supports what the South Australian government is doing is a moron. This is wrong. Senator Alex Antic said, why is the South Australian Labor government removing references to the names Christmas Day, Anzac Day and Australia Day in their public holidays bill of 2023? The bill also gives the government the power to change the date of any public holiday. Oh, great, you're just not going to know when there is one. You're going to go to work and won't be able to get in. Oh, it's a public holiday. That's if you don't watch TV. I don't. Australia Day is on life support under this Labor government. Watch below to hear more from me and stay up to date. Sign up to my newsletter. This is Alex Antic.
Well, this week, the state Labor government in South Australia have moved to enact this bill, the Public Holidays Bill. Now, what it does is repeals the Public Holiday Act, or the Holidays Act, which was previously in power. Doesn't sound like a big deal, public holidays. Everyone loves public holidays. But let's look at the detail. What's actually happening here is the references, the names of each of these holidays that we love have been completely struck out. There's no reference to Christmas Day in this bill. There's no reference to Anzac Day in this bill. There's no reference to Australia Day in this bill. And in addition to all of that, the bill also gives the government of the day the power to change any one of those days from where it is now to another date, or remove it entirely. What's going to be the first one to go, do you reckon? I'll let you muse on that, but I'm willing to take a bet that Australia Day is on the chopping block as a result of this, and who knows? This bill to me looks like a cancellation of Anzac Day and Christmas Day in the making. This is pretty worrying stuff. You need to get in touch with your Labor Member of Parliament and tell them not to cancel Anzac Day, not to cancel Christmas Day, and not to cancel Australia Day.
And while you're contacting them, tell them no digital ID either. Clandestines and influential free speech advocates like Elon, Tucker Carlson, Dana White, David Portnoy, etc., all taking a FU approach to big tech, censorship and MSM smear tactics. The spirit of Breitbart lives on. If this is not your mood, it should be. Wear it or act like it. You ready for this? I love this clip.
All the people that have gone out there against the mainstream media and said, you're going to call us racist, you're going to call us potential Timothy McVeighs, fuck you. War. All the people that have gone out there against the...
I just really love that clip. Now, Simon Atiba, I don't know who did this, but this is actually quite funny, okay? This is Corinne Jean-Pierre. Let's have a listen.
And I've said this many times before, we do not politicize the Department of Justice. That is something that the President said during the campaign. That is something that the President said in his early days of being in the White House, and that continues to be true. And I've said this...
There you go. That says it all. Liz Church has said, when will this shit end? Unfortunately, the CU and the NTs won't stop planning pandemics and creating chaos because they want it to get so effing bad that people will beg for the WEF, UN, WHO, One World Government, while labelling you a racist, xenophobe and climate change denier. I agree with her. Craig Kelly said the largest wankfest. Sorry, there's a lot of bad words in this one. Another useless climate conference. The United Nations Climate Conference begins on November 30th in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. More than 70,000 delegates are expected to attend from almost 200 nations. The COP28 event will emit large amounts of carbon dioxide, but it's unlikely to have any measurable effect on global temperatures. COP28 is the 28th meeting of the Conference of the Parties, an annual event that's been going on since 1995. Pope Francis, King Charles III, Bill Gates, John Kerry and many other dignitaries will lead the 70,000 attendees. The attendees will arrive in the UAE primarily by private jet or commercial aircraft powered by jet fuel. For each kilogram of jet fuel burnt, 3.16 kilograms of carbon dioxide will be emitted. They will then travel from the airport to Dubai's Expo City by limousine or taxi, fueled by gasoline or diesel fuel. Some may take electric vehicles, but these EVs will be charged by UAE electricity, 82% of which is produced by natural gas. And yet COP28 delegates will inevitably push for the end of the use of hydrocarbon fuels, which are coal, oil and natural gas, while using them. But most of the conference attendees will have cell phones which are made from plastic, from oil and natural gas. They'll be wearing suits, ties, shoes and other clothing, much of which will be composed of synthetic fibres from hydrocarbons. They will dine on food produced by farms that use synthetic nitrogen fertiliser created from ammonia produced using natural gas or coal fuels. Hydrocarbons drive our modern society. Developing nations too need oil, gas and coal to raise the standard of living for their people. Renewables provide only a tiny part of the energy consumed in developing countries in 2022, such as Africa 2.4%, India 5.9%, or the Middle East 0.7%, and Southeast Asia 6.3%. More than 1,000 coal-fired power plants are now being planned or under construction across the world. Ironically, developing countries appear to be all in for world decarbonisation, with heavy participation at annual UN climate conferences. Why shouldn't they be? Poor nations seek billions in wealth transfers from richer nations in the name of climate change. For example, prior to the COP26 conference in Scotland 2021, India demanded $1 trillion per year from wealthy countries to help it reach net zero by 2070. About 25% of all financial aid to the developing world now goes to fund climate-related projects, up from only 4% in 2005. COP climate conferences are steeped in hypocrisy. John Kerry, the US climate envoy, is well known for his CO2-emitting private jet flights, but he considers his work too important to travel by alternatives that emit less CO2. Bill Gates, the billionaire, owns a 66,000 square foot mansion in Medina, Washington. His home uses more than 20 times the electricity of a typical US home. Climate change advocates demand emissions reductions from society that they are unwilling to observe themselves. Not that it matters much anyway. There is little evidence that the annual COP climate conferences held over the last 27 years have had any effect on the climate. Data from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration shows that the concentration of carbon dioxide in our atmosphere continues to rise steadily. In 2020, global industrial emissions of CO2 declined by over 8% during the COVID-19 crisis, but this decline was undetectable in the rise in atmospheric CO2. Nor has there been any significant change in energy consumption. World energy consumption has tripled since 1965. From 2004 to 2021, the world spent about $5 trillion to promote renewable energy and installed more than 300,000 wind turbines. But in 2021, coal, oil, and natural gas still provided 81% of global energy consumption, same percentages in 1999. The COP climate conferences can best be characterised as futile. One thing rising faster than world energy use is COP attendance. About 5,000 attended each of the first 5 COPs, but this rose to over 27,000 for COP 15 in Copenhagen and over 30,000 for COP 21 in Paris. Maybe it depends on where they're holding it. This year's conference may have over 70,000 attendees, but the sky's the limit for future attendance at this carbon dioxide emitting event. The United Nations describes climate change as the defining issue of our time. If we all live long enough, we may have to endure the 50th Conference of the Parties, and it will be just as futile and pointless as it is now. Steve Gorham is a speaker on energy, the environment and public policy, and the author of the new best-selling book Green Breakdown, The Coming Renewable Energy Failure. Big fail. It's going to be a big fail. Wait till Australia tries it. I mean, they're trying. JT said how deeply satisfying to all those trying to run our lives in whatever form. But you. Tara Bull said, anyone else starting to notice a trend? Are you ready for it? More swearing incoming. Ready?
And one of our big sponsors called and said, take that down. You know what I said? Go fuck yourself. Yeah. Well, fuck you. Yeah. Don't ever fucking call me and tell me who to vote for.
Yeah. And if your recourse is, you're a bad person for not believing me, fuck you. That's my response. Fuck you.
Blackmail me with money? Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Is that clear? I hope it is.
And one of our big sponsors called and said, take that down.
I don't know if anyone else noticed Elon's face. when he was doing that. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. He had his teeth in some weird... I don't know. Liz Churchill said, let me get this straight. The UN WEF, WHO is once again calling for lockdowns around the world due to another pandemic that oddly mirrors the exact one from 4 years ago, all of which Bill Gates accurately predicted while claiming these viruses are due to climate change. The UN is a useless joke. Do not comply. What? I didn't mean to click on it. Come on. Emmy said, do you get it now? This is Christine Grady. She is head of NIH Bioethics. They are the company that approves drugs for the FDA. This is her husband. Are you starting to get it? That's why the FDA limited use of the two medications that would work, the Droxy and the ivermectin, and yeah, allowed the Emergency Authorization Act. Libs of TikTok said Walmart pulled their advertising from X. Maybe they're just going to focus all their energy on sponsoring grooming events for children. Walmart's a major sponsor and promoter of Pride. I will not stop there anymore. There are plenty of great alternatives on official PSQ. We should not give these anti-free speech, pro-grooming companies our money. Shop at official PSQ and support people and companies who share your values. Wow. Yeah, boycott Walmart. John Dunlap said, more election fraud, breaking 78,000 non-citizens or non-residents, illegal voters have been identified on Arizona's voter rolls. Trying to figure out how Biden won a record low of only 16.7% of all US counties, yet supposedly won the election with the most votes in history. It's what it looks like. If it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's a duck. Robert McNice said, there are some people, you know, are just full of hate and a feeling of moral superiority, yet dumb. Yeah, this lady's one of them. Have Snowball Choo Choo said, it's not compulsory, it's not a big government conspiracy, it's not even a digital ID. If Katie says one thing, it's the opposite. She's a bloody idiot, this woman.
And I cannot believe that those opposite are going to side with people who are going to pretend this bill is a whole range of things that it absolutely isn't. So when they say it's mandatory, it's not. When they say it's going to steal your identity or it's a big government conspiracy, it is not. This is about personal control of your own information. It is completely voluntary. It's an important economic reform that needs to happen, and it needs to be done quickly so that we can respond to Optus and Medibank, where people's documents have been taken and have been misused, and their privacy and their control over those documents has been abused. Please support the government's position, which is for a committee inquiry to report by the end of February.
Thank you, Minister.
Did she just contradict herself? Because Optus and whatever the other one was, Medi something, had all their data leaked. So what is she arguing for? Elon Musk said ducks are only in a row when in motion, Isaac Newton. My ducks are absolutely not in a row. I don't even know where some of them are, and I'm pretty sure one of them is a pigeon. That sounds like me. David Limbrick MP said it'll be in the papers tomorrow. I don't care. Yes, I've consumed cannabis, and no, I don't think people should be criminalised by it. It's ridiculous. Who's been hurt? Where is the justification for state intervention? It doesn't exist. F prohibition. Okay, so it's going to come out in the papers tomorrow that David Limbrick has smoked pot. Brian Cates, a political columnist and pundit, said Democrats have already revealed their strategy for 2024. There's no mystery here. There's no suspense. They've revealed their cards about what they're going to do. It's not going to be a Trump versus Biden rematch. At the DNC in Chicago next August, they're giving the nomination to Biden. Then, shortly after the DNC is over in Chicago, for health reasons, Biden will resign the nomination, not the presidency, the nomination. This will allow the DNC to, according to a new rule they just adopted recently, to appoint a replacement. Got that? Yeah, ours are going to do the same. When Biden resigns, the Democrat leaders are going to handpick his replacement. They already know who it's going to be. No delegate vote, no new convention, deal's already been done. The entire Dem primary season next year is a freaking useless joke. An exercise in futility, a charade, if you will. Dem voters will not be picking who is going to be on the Dem ballot for President 2024. That's already been decided behind the scenes. Every effing thing in the Democrat Party is effing rigged, all of it. Anybody participating in it is an effing moron. There you go, a lot of F's in there. Illuminati bot said when it happens, it'll be very fast, worldwide. I do believe that. Mark PG said Shorten is coming. He threw Albanese under the bus today on the radio. Albanese is imploding. So we're going to get ours replaced too by Shorten. Bill Shorten is just as bad, if not worse, than Albanese. But was that the plan all along? Possibly. Juanita Broderick said the left wants you to boycott Home Depot because the owner Bernie Marcus supports Trump. Here's what to do. Spend twice as much at Home Depot. Yeah, don't go to Walmart. Go to Home Depot instead. Can you get the same stuff there? I don't even know. One could be a supermarket for all I know, and the other one could be a hardware store. I don't know. Gunther Eagleman said, let's effing go. More Fs. Oh, everyone's effing all over the place. Attorney General Ken Paxton said, breaking, I'm suing Pfizer for misrepresenting COVID-19, jab efficacy and conspiring to censor public discourse. Go. Go, mate, go. New York, Muslims screaming, burn it down for the city's Christmas tree. Press hard if you want an immediate end to Muslim immigration. Yeah. Fox News is fascist propaganda, they reckon. Steve Mudflap, the Guru's Remasculated podcast, said if you want to carry another country's flag, then you need to go live in that country. Live. Yeah, and go live and go live in that country. Good idea, though. Verica said, Australia. Another farmer joins revolt against Coles and Woolworths. Good stuff. Go to the fruit market. And the butcher. Don't buy it in Coles and Woolies. Stu Peters said Hamas wouldn't let this fly in Gaza. Radio Genoa said Michelangelo, I can't pronounce his name, whatever, with tattooed Jesus Christ and trans Madonna. What the hell?
Hi. Pietà.
I don't know, were people supposed to clap when they unveiled that? Angel said an elitist person of colour moves from the city to a regional town, is gifted with a plum job as a journalist, which is a Schmidt job, then starts complaining the town is too white. Praline Kira moved to Maryborough and got a job at the local paper. I've spent a year in one of Australia's whitest towns and I've learnt they don't like talking about colour. I wonder why. No problem. Hillary has implied that if she were to be prosecuted, she would take half of Washington with her. I don't really see a problem with this. Do you? Alexandra, remember the guy who was on a hunger strike here in Australia who was getting other people in to take over? Can't even do a hunger strike, right? Pathetic. My body called it quits. Hunger strike climate activist throws in the towel. Australia's former High Commissioner to Ghana, Gregory Andrews, has ended his hunger strike outside Parliament House, Canberra. Despite no resolution. It just stops there, so I don't know. Verica said, when dealing with organisations that request your digital ID information, tell them you do not own a smartphone nor a computer. They will have no option to do business with you but via paper documents, which is exactly what I intend to do. And Trump's on a roll, said Laura Luna. He just doubled down and posted even more of my posts and the screenshots I uncovered from the X account of Judge Engoron's wife. Elon Musk should testify and give the account information to President Trump's legal team to prove that it really is Judge Engoron's wife. This is a criminal matter. There should be a mistrial. Let's have a look at the memes. Judge Engoron's wife. He'll never be in the White House again. He's headed for the big house. And this is the judge's wife and family that are putting these things out. I'm not entitled to a jury under this statute. Can this be happening in America? This is the most unfair trial in the history of New York, and I've had some pretty unfair trials. And Laura said, gee, sure looks like Ian Ngora and the son of leftist Judge Arthur Ngora, and is the man next to New York Attorney General Tish James at her anti-Trump protest, doesn't it? I've been watching. Sure would be a shame if someone matched the geolocation on his cell phone that pinged him there with her that day. Major conflict of interest. And then the screenshots that she posted tweets in which she said F Trump. She posted Photoshop pics of President Trump in an orange jumpsuit. That was the wife of the judge. And the rest we've seen. We saw it yesterday, day before, yesterday, I don't know. Well, here you go. It's from now on, okay? Apparently, what does this thing say? Where is it? Have I still, yep, I've still got it up. 2 hours, 17 minutes, look to the sky tonight, worldwide, green sky, same thing. Let me refresh it just to make sure. Oh, did you see something else pop up just then, guys? It happened yesterday too. Anyway, this thing here is supposed to go over the whole weekend. Now, it's been cloudy here, so I can't see anything. So if anyone's got anything, if you can send it to, I don't know. I just don't know anymore. I need that on a t-shirt. I just don't know anymore. Omnicentrist said, how many people have been to Ayers Rock? It's not what you think. No Aboriginals near the place. You pay a fee to get in. Only 2 places you can stop to take photos, because then you have to buy the good ones. Everywhere you go, except for certain parts, is native land. It's a business. It's the same with, look, Thredbo, the national parks and things. They get money out of you for entering a national park. If you've got to drive through there, you've got to pay money to enter the national park. It's bloody insane. Okay, and that's it for today. So, guys, I've got to go soon. But in the meantime, let's have a look at the comments and see what's going on. Okay, where are we? Hey Stuart, how you going? I think I said hello to Selena. Selena said, love the curly hair, I'd kill for curls like that. Oh, it's always the opposite. I love straight hair, okay? I've always had curly hair, and well, started wavy and then went curly when I became an adult. But I would love to have straight hair. Then again, I don't, I just don't know anymore. Alex said we have plenty of ice but no green sky. Sheila, how you going? Shannon said mentally unstable and actually unstable on heels. Lol. Yeah, imagine if you go through some turbulence and the high heels, the guy with high heels on and a skirt, because you know he's going to fall over. You know the skirt's going to... Hey Xenotron, how you doing? Alex said things are getting more and more ridiculous by the day. Supposed men in heels. Oh, look, this is just utterly... I can't believe anyone's still looking at this going, oh, yeah? Really? Wow. It's a joke. All the media's a joke. Everything's a joke. Politicians are a joke. The media's a joke. The UN is a joke. WF's a joke. The WHO's a joke. They're all a joke. Bill Gates is a joke. Out to Lunch said Men in Heels, the sequel to Men in Tights, maybe. Alex said, UK have been told to be vigilant this Christmas, so there could be a terror attack. It's just fear, fear, fear. I'd still be vigilant, like eyes open, but no fear. Hey, John Paul, how you going? Alex said, I've seen a couple of videos lined up to watch about Epstein, not watched yet, but they look interesting. Sheila said, thank God we're not in the club. I agree. Alex said, Epstein's secret black book. Did Epstein clone himself? Tiki Doll, how you going? Hello everyone, just lurking, having tech issues with streaming box guru and... Oh, and it's been a light snowing since last night. Oh, lovely. Probably not for you, but for me over here. We got rain, cloud, it's cool, but it's not cold. And I'm about to go down the mountain where it's going to be near 30 degrees. Great. It's not even 20 up here. Alex said, I remember when that Dave Spade video came out and all celebs were asking where Tom Hanks was, freaking out during lockdown. Tiki Doll. How you going? I like that. She just waves. He waves. Tiki Doll. Are you male or female? I'm assuming you're a male for some reason. I mean, a female. Out to lunch, said Hanks went to Greece, didn't he? Out to lunch, said no extradition, I think, right? I don't know, from Australia. Ticketol said, yeah, he has citizenship in Greece now. That's right. Alex said, I heard that years ago. Apparently we have three brains. Well, I don't even have one. At the moment, the way I'm talking. Logical, emotional, and instinct. Reptilian. Unless you are elite, then it's 100% reptile. I don't know, I just started hearing this reptilian brain thing, and I just started thinking, what is going on? Like, why is everyone saying reptilian brain? Sheila said, I heard Tom went to Greece. Yep. John said, it's snowing here, west coast of Scotland. Oh, wow. I love the snow. I mean, when you've had enough of it, like when you've had it for a long time, you probably get sick of it, but, you know, I don't get it much here, so I love it. Out to lunch said, drive-in still in Cornith... Dry? Do you mean? Drive-in. Oh, there's a drive-in still in Cornith, Mississippi. Oh, excellent. Alex said, awesome, Timmy. Yeah, thank you for that. I had no idea, like, about this reptilian brain stuff. Alex said, I think it controls the fight-flight reptilian primal brain. I'd much prefer to call it primal. I don't know. Senatron said that march is pretty scary. Yeah. I mean, it's not that bad here in Australia, but it's close. Alex said, how lovely, John Paul. I love the snow. Out to lunch said, well, evidently Ron talks to Newscom's father-in-law, so he said. Oh, well, there you go. I was only playing it because he said something that I thought was quite funny, and Gavin Newsom had no comeback to it at all. Sanders said, which is why I think the haka needs to be done at least daily. Tiki Doll said, we are to trust digital this and that. 4 years ago, I renewed driver's license online. They made a terrible mess of my name and told me I'd have to pay even more to fix their AI crap. Wow, Tiki Doll. They call the first round of you-know-what primary sequence. Senator said, smug piece of shit, that Gavin, yeah. Sherry said, hey, all so nasty outside, I fell asleep. Good thing my old dog woke me, I'd have missed you. Good on you, dog. Give him a big pat for me. John Paul said, Alex, it'll probably be slush by the morning. The island of Iran shields us. Out to lunch said, Sherry, you're here now. Alex said, hopefully not. You have to get a few snowball fights in, make a snowman igloo first. Hey, Dan Markle Sr., how you going? Alex said, apparently in 2000, manure was dumped in Dowling Street and happened in France too. Definitely. Keep going with it, I reckon. Fill the place with shit. Alex said, I don't think it would be too long. Good people have had enough of being crushed. Dan Markle Sr. And it's jumped again. Okay, it's not too bad. Where am I up to? Alex said, apparently in 2000... Oh, yeah, I did read that. Dan Markle Sr. said, I'm ready for a revolution. Hey, Simone, how you going? Alex said, I don't think it'll be too long. Good people have had enough of being crushed. Deb said, I don't watch normal TV. Neither do I, Deb. I haven't since 2008. I turned it off because I used to watch ABC News 24 hours, 7 days a week. And then I started realising and turned it off and went F because I was yelling at the TV. You liars, you effing liars. Alex said, I heard this could be our last Christmas. I hope it's false. Dan Markle Sr. said, so fed up. Stuart said, Woolworths and Sheffield gets nuked in the film Threads, 1982. Huge mushroom blasts, shoppers melt and Woolies burns. At school the next day was all laughing. The eerie early nuke strike siren was on T. I don't know, it's cut off at T. Joel, how you going, Joel? Bob Igar supported Obama through his 2012 Victory Fund. Igar almost likely found on the Epstein's flight log. Google NNDB. The dots are not difficult to connect. NNDB. Hang on, I've got to write that down. NNDB. Alex said also 17,000 illegals have gone missing in the UK. I'd say it's probably more than that. Cynthia, how you going? Cynthia said, hugs and prayers, happy Friday. Okay, I'm out of here in a few minutes. Stuart said, on top of our school, and when the siren went off, it felt real. Oh, wow. Alex said, I don't watch it either, and when I did, it was only cooking shows. Can't remember the last time I watched TV in my house, Deb. Hey, Niecy Glover, how you going? Made it to a live stream. Love you all. You too, Niecy. Kai said, I'm here just lurking in hospital for the time being. Oh, Kai. I hope you're all right. Everyone pray for Kai, please. Pray for everyone. You know, but Kai, you know, because he's in hospital. Oh, God love you. Yeah, I finally put my True Social link in the description. Shannon said, Ella. Kai said, my heart stopped 5 times. Oh, Kai, please, everyone pray for Kai, please. This is terrible. Kai, wishing you the very best, honestly. I hope you're all right. I really hope you're all right there. Hope your health improves, sweetie. Wow, Kai, prayers for you. Hey, Kai, hope all is well. Kai said, how awful would it be if decide to not resuscitate? Oh, Kai, don't say that, please. Oh. Pray. Well, I'm going to be praying for you, Kai. Kai said, sorry. Simone said, Kai, sorry, you're in hospital and still suffering. They can't DNR without your permission. Santa said, the real climate change, I'll repeat, is what is going on in our streets, our mind and our bodies, all climates. Alex said, hey, Kai, sorry to hear that. Sending love and prayers for a speedy recovery and hopefully you are home soon. Shannon said, absolute vodka is going down the Budweiser path. I heard that. I heard people say, yeah, but I get the real Russian vodka, so it doesn't bother me. John Paul said, my mum has heart disease. Kai, sending love. Oh, really? And Sherry said, I don't shop at Walmart anymore. Alex said, sending love and prayers to your mum and you too, John Paul. Kai said, I'm thinking of giving the directive not to resuscitate. I was clueless all day yesterday. I had no idea. Oh, Kai. I don't know what to say. Hang in there. I don't know. I don't know. That would be very sad. And I think we're so close. Deb says, sending prayers, Kai. And John Paul said, thank you. Kai said, you guys are awesome. I reckon hang in there as much as you can, Kai. Selena said it's going to be a Newsom or Big Mike. And Alex said, no, Kai, you have to stay strong, my friend. Joel said, Obama altered the Smith-Mundt Act. It's all propaganda. Yeah, I remember that. Back in 2010 to 12 somewhere. Deb said, we love you, something fearsome. Kai said, I love you guys too. Oh, Kai, you're going to make me cry. Don't make me cry. Oh, stay with us, please. Shannon said, lucky you're not in Canada, Kai, or they'd send you one of those rescue dogs with a noose on the other end of its lead. Menacing Muskrat, how you going? Joel said, bread and circuses now, nothing more than clowns. Alex said, you're here for a reason. If you're still here after your heart stopped 5 times, you can't give up. Love you, man. Shannon said, who knows what's in that barrel on the collar of one of those huge dogs nowadays. It used to be alcohol a long time ago, but I don't know. Well, that's what I heard anyway. Okay, where am I? Oh shit, I'm way back. Sherry said, bet your lightning strikes that picture and the freaky artist. Alex said, yeah, some hunger strike getting other people to do his shifts. I just pray his dog wasn't starved and is okay. Me too. Deb said, no real commitment for the young people. Oh my God, they'll not protect our country, hey. Yeah, I'm a bit worried about that. Shannon said, yeah, it's cloudy and grey here as well. Alex said, yes, I think it was the same words. They just stretched for some reason. Deb said, yeah, cloudy here. Flyby Stew said, thanks, Hev. Shannon said, Kai gonna make Hev cry just like Stroppy. Yeah, don't do it, please don't do it. Kai said, cloudy here too. Alex said, I don't think that's a good sign. We aren't supposed to have a green sky. And Kai said, don't cry, Hev. Stay with us. Stay with us. Fight, 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 Kai. Fight, 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 please. 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 Xanatron said they don't like talking about colour because they're not racist. Yeah, that's what I think too. And Deb said, hey, Flyby, and how you going, Flyby? Alex said, God said there would be warning signs. Deb said he did have black stockings, or yes, he was black. Shannon said, where do you flies get money to buy a stew? Deb said, yes, our stomach has a brain, your health is connected, yep. Hey, Robin, how you going? Tiki Doll said, I'm female. Funnily enough, I thought you were female, like I assumed, and I thought, no, maybe it's wrong to assume, because, you know, some names it's hard to tell. Deb said, yes, I thought you was female, Tiki Doll, yep. Deb said, I identify as female, yeah, me too. Leisha said, let's trade a bit, I'll take some of your curls, you can have some of mine straight. Oh, wouldn't that be lovely? Alex said, maybe it's going to be like The Simpsons and all the governments are going to rip off their masks to reveal reptiles. That wouldn't surprise me, to be honest. Deb's laughing at Shannon, and John Paul said, hey, Alex, looks like I'll have that snowball fight coming in thick and fast. Oh, good on ya. Leisha said, hey, Alex, I'm over a sinus infection, and this is the first day I could sit up all day. Good to see you and Hev and all. Leisha, I don't know if you can get a saline solution to squirt up your nose. It's in the chemist's drugstore, whatever you call them, wherever you are. Saline solution will help your nose. It's salt water, so it'll clear out any bacteria and stuff in there as well. I don't know if you've got it where you live, but Alex said, yeah, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. I hope we get some. It's apparently forecast for most of the UK. Leisha said, hey, Deb, good to be here and alive. Yeah. Deb said, much love. Hope you get better, much better soon. Whoops. John Paul said, oh, it's cold. Oh, I could imagine. Do you have a fireplace? Light her up. Leisha said, thank you, Deb, much love. Alex said, I know, sending love and prayers. Glad you made it tonight, Leisha. Alex said, please don't give up, Kai. Leisha said, Alex, thank you, love, you're so sweet. Nisi said, praying for you, Kai, we love you, please stay with us. John Paul said, sending prayers for you, Kai, God bless. Have faith, Mum says. Kai, we love you. And everyone's saying, Kai, we love you. Susie said, we love you, Kai. I know it's easier said than done, but can you just try and make your goal to get through a day at a time? We are close. Hang on there. Leisha said, I'll keep you in my prayers, Kai. Much love and prayers for you and yours. Deb said, that's true. We can't see each other's faces to know the sex. Yeah, some names are like, it could go either way, you know, these days anyway. A Tiki Doll, I would have assumed you were female. So there you go. Susie said, can we say the 91st Psalm together at the end? It's such a powerful exorcism prayer. We have to rebuke depression and feelings of despair. 91 Psalm. Oh, hang on. '91. Oh. Okay. He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say to the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in Him I will trust. Surely He shall deliver you from the snare of the fowler and from the perilous pestilence. He shall cover you with His feathers, and under His wings you shall take refuge. His truth shall be your shield and buckler. You shall not be afraid of terror by night, nor of the arrow that flies by day, nor of the pestilence that walks in darkness, nor of the destruction that lays waste at noonday. 1,000 may fall at your side, and 10,000 at your right hand, but it shall not come near you. Only with your eyes shall you look and see the reward of the wicked. Because you have made the Lord, who is my refuge, even the Most High, your dwelling place, no evil shall befall you, nor shall any plague come near your dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over you, to keep you in all your ways. In their hands they shall bear you up, let you dash your foot against a stone. You shall tread upon the lion and the cobra. The young lion and the serpent you shall trample underfoot. Because he set his love upon me, therefore I'll deliver him. I will set him on high, because he has known my name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honour him. With long life I will satisfy him and show him my salvation. Okay. Okay, where am I? Where am I? Where am I? Okay. Oops, shoot. It just keeps jumping up and down. Alex said, yes, saline really clears the nose out. Apparently humming for 10 minutes 4 times a day can clear it too. Deb said, prayers for all our Hev family. Pat said, hello, Alex. How you going, Pat? And everyone said, amen. And with that, I'm going to go, guys. I've got to go. I've got to leave by 10:30. It's now 10:08. Have a good morning, afternoon or evening. I'll probably do the garden and chook video tomorrow. See how I go. Okay, guys, have a good one. Much love. Bye.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I'm not falling. I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows, and we're all going in life. Still nobody knows, but I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. Back a year ago.